फैसलाबाद चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री में बरतानवी हाई कमिश्नर थॉमस ड्रू का दौरा, पाकिस्तान और बरतानिया की बाहमी तजारत को बढ़ाने पर बातचीत।
In terms of some of the challenges you put out, and in particular the challenge of the UK and Pakistan doing more, frankly, and improving our trade performance. So that's one of the things that I'd like to turn to in my remarks. But to start with, I'd say it's my first visit to Faisalabad, and as often when I travel around Pakistan, I'm really struck by the links that exist already. And this is not as though the UK is starting from scratch anywhere. The history, I mean, even just looking at the town planning, the Union Jack, but looking at talking to colleagues here, how many of you have got family members or yourselves educational links in the UK? There's such a huge foundation to build on our aspirations should be pretty high, really. In terms of what we, the UK, are about here, well, and there are a lot of things. I will skim over most of them because actually our focus today is trade. But I will mention how important things like education remains to us, because education is the future, and education actually at the end is what helps reinforce economic progress, which helps reinforce trade. So all these things, whether it's school education, where we're, as I said last night, supporting through the government of Punjab, I think about 250 schools in the region, through the British Council's work on vocational training, again, some of DFID's work on vocational training, again, all of that helps build the relationships, which is also in relationships and skills, which help improve our trade performance. I should add in that context, I'm sure lots of ambassadors come around the world and say how important their country is and how important a given city is to them. I will say that too, but at least in Pakistan, what I can say is I have some substance to support that. In terms of the diplomatic substance we have, this is our second biggest diplomatic mission anywhere in the world. The development program we have in Pakistan is the biggest we have anywhere in the world. The biggest part of that program is spent in Punjab. So there's a lot of, I suppose, action behind the diplomatic words on all of this, and that's really important. Coming to trade, though, and I will pick up your challenge, Mr. President, on that. Trade, by most people's standards, isn't bad. Over $2 billion a year sounds pretty good. But I think you're right to say we should be doing much better than that. I think there's a huge amount of opportunity. One of the things, well, I don't know if you know, I served here in Pakistan 10 years ago as well, so I've seen a little bit of the change between then, when I left in 2008, and when I come back now. And one of the things I think that I've really noticed, and the rest of the team back in London, are trying, I suppose, to communicate, is this much clearer sense of potential here. And in some ways, we view our job as, for our own benefit as well as Pakistan's, I won't pretend that, for our own benefit as well, helping to unleash some of that potential. And when I describe it, I know, President, in another context you talked about, well, Pakistan may end up playing second tier to India if the Commonwealth takes priority. But Pakistan may be smaller than India, but it's still the sixth biggest country in the world. And a lot of people forget that. Karachi, sixth biggest city in the world. Punjab, if it was a country, would be alone the 11th biggest country in the world, and Faisalabad its second city. So actually these things are relative, and by other standards, and particularly actually if we look at the census results which came out recently and the speed of growth, Pakistan is not only huge, but growing. And if you look at the bits of Pakistan which are growing, in many ways it's that consuming middle class which is the driver of economic growth. So I would say, yes, I agree with you.
पाकिस्तान और बरतानिया की 70 साला दोस्ती के लिए फैसलाबाद चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री में बरतानवी हाई कमिश्नर थॉमस ड्रू ने दौरा किया, मुख्तलिफ सनतकारों और ताजरों से बातचीत की, पाकिस्तान और बरतानिया की बाहमी तजारत को बढ़ाने के लिए तजावीज़ पर भी गौर किया गया।